the government has encouraged the broader public to, just kill the toads. You are supposed to do it humanely by catching them and sticking them in a freezer for 48 hours, but, most people don't want a frog taking up their freezer space.
Didn't you guys fight emus with them? What was it? Bullets! But when it comes to Kermit, I gotta put him in my fridge next to my juice pops! Are you insane? Hi. My name is Master Skye, and today we're reacting to more Parz. But before we begin, please guys, for me, subscribe to the channel and stick around to the end of the video. Now let's get right into it.
Australia is home to some of the deadliest animals on the planet.
Oh god.
But what if I told you there's one creature they all fear? An invasive species, millions strong, wiping out native animals.
That's a weird looking spider!
That with to this very day. What kind of vile beast is capable of spreading such reckless hate? The answer is this fat fucking toad. But how did
He's so chunky!
Well, to answer your question, we're gonna have to go way back.
Way back.
The year is 1866. We are in the land down under.
When you said way back, that's not what I was expecting.
Many tragedies do. With the British. You see, having gone hippity-hoppity, your ancestral home is now my property around 90 years back, the Brits were in full swing, rampantly colonising the country. And part of that included agriculture. Now, they brought with them many...
Are the British an invasive species? Look, I love you guys, but baking soda is not a spice! And that's coming from someone who doesn't like spicy foods. I have yet to try a spicy food that I actually enjoy. Actually, you know what? I'll order some spicy food after this video goes live. Give me some spicy food recommendations, and if you say curry, I swear to God, I will bite you. What am I
crops, but the important one in this story is sugarcane. Sugar was valued
Minecraft! I know what sugarcane is.
But also because, well, the fucking tea isn't going to sweeten itself, is it?
Wait! Sugar actually comes from sugarcane? You know, I thought sugar came from rocks.
But you see, sugarcane only grows in the heat, which ruled out the south of the country. It also likes humid environments, which ruled out Western Australia. Which left them with one option. So, the cane farmers loaded up their first Stardew Valley save in Queensland in 1866.
Ooh, Queensland.
But the farmers ran into an issue. You see, Queensland is home to these nifty little bugs called Dermalopida albahertum. These are native beetles that hit their macros by munching on plant leaves.
Give me the plant! Do you know, as a kid, my friends and I would throw each other with these plants we used to call spiky balls, and we would just have an all-out war in the streets. Little did we know, these plants were literally one of the most venomous plants on Earth. We were throwing each other with poison, and we had no idea. I'll show you the plant I'm talking about later in the video.
So when cane farmers joined the Queensland Minecraft server and set up a f***ing Hermitcraft-sized farm, the beetles were in heaven.
Can sugarcane literally only grow on sand? My only point of reference is the Minecrafts.
Set to work demolishing the plant leaves. Now, funnily
more
enough,
plants! That's a snail! You said it was a beetle! More plants are freaking full of shit!
But the problem is that with such an abundant food source, the bugs started multiplying, laying their eggs around the base of the plants.
Oh, gross.
These eggs hatched into larvae.
Oh, it's very gross.
Grown-ups, these little worms don't eat the leaves.
They
eat the roots.
Oh, that's way worse.
Sugarcane starts getting absolutely fucking spit roasted, and the farmers can do nothing but watch as sugarcane yield plummets through the floor along with their profits. This whole situation...
No! Just like me for real.
Really pissed off the farmers, who banded together, went to the Australian government, and told them to fucking fix it. Sir, a horde of creatures is destroying the cane fields. And so, the Queensland government founded the Bureau of Sugar Experimentation Station.
Bureau of Sugar Experiment Stations. Why couldn't you name it something normal?
Or the
What does Bureau mean? Business? Business, Australia, business!
Yes, in 1900. This team of crack scientists then immediately set out trying to solve the
You know, when people say like 20 years ago, I always think of like, oh, so you mean like the 1980s? Guys, 20 years ago was like 2010. Amazing! Amazing!
same issue every single Factorio player faces. This place
I've never played,
is covered in bugs.
Factorio.
They are breaking my shit.
Oh, that looks
How
horrifying.
do I violently slaughter the local wildlife?
Have you guys played, what's that game? Dogwood. God, I really want to play that game.
In order to expand capitalism and my profit margins. The BSES pondered this question
I have a problem.
for 25 fucking years. They tried spraying chemical insecticides. Didn't work. They tried injecting insecticides into the soil. Didn't work. They tried releasing the fucking cordyceps fungus. And it still didn't work. Then, one day in the office while
You didn't have to pick that clip. Destroy the child.
Pondering this question, Jamwon had an idea.
Oh God, no! The moment an Australian has an idea, you know we're doomed.
Okay, we are getting outmaneuvered by the cast of Bugs Life. Someone in this office, please give me anything.
Australia is always at war with its wildlife. Didn't you guys like fight emus or something?
What about cane toads? What? Cane toads. Those big fucking fat things that exist in the cane fields in Hawaii. I mean, it's a frog. They eat bugs. We just introduce an invasive species to fix a problem caused by
We introduced an invasive species.
an invasive species.
Cane toads are literally just the British.
I mean, what could possibly go wrong? And so,
That's you! That's what you look like!
in June of 1936, 2,400 brave cane dogs were deployed to the fields to deal with the arthropod menace.
I wouldn't say deal with the menace. I would say under new management.
But
That sounded a lot cool in my head.
One small issue.
Yeah?
Cane toads were fucking dog shit. Yeah, funnily enough, big, fat, slow, ground-dwelling toads were not exactly the smartest solution to deal with
Diabetic frog.
beetles that spend the majority of their adult life 6 meters off the fucking ground.
It's over, Anakin!
How did we not think about this? How did we get to this point?
I have the high ground!
On top of that, cane toads don't dig for food either, so they didn't eat the larvae. Now this all sounds like information that should have come up during the research and study phase of the plan. This, however, implies that there was a research and study phase. The BSES did not conduct a single fucking study on environmental impact before releasing an army of cane toads.
Australia!
Are you fucking...
I feel like no matter where you go, the government always sucks. Is there a single good government? Hang on. Good governments. Germany! Denmark! I've heard many good things about Denmark. Look, here's a guy from Denmark. Australian government, you should be like him.
Complete absence of brain cells caused a rather spectacular domino effect of ecological
Oh God.
and it's going to teach you a valuable lesson about invasive species. You see, while the cane toads barely ate what they were supposed to, they did eat. And as incredibly large omnivorous toads, they ate practically anything they could fit into their mouths.
Like a rabbit, because rabbits don't stop eating or something? I don't know.
Rats, mice,
Rats! We're the rats!
baby birds. It was the toad equivalent of fucking Kirby. And then not unlike the exact problem they were brought here to solve with all that food, they started reproducing. A lot. In fact, female cane toads can lay anywhere between 8,000 to
God damn!
30,000 fucking eggs per clutch.
Per clutch! So that's like one cycle! Why?
But I mean, this should not be too much of a problem. Australia is home to some of the deadliest creatures on the planet. Surely, the local wildlife has this under control.
What I want to know is, Australia's like 80% Mad Max. How did these frogs survive?
Wait, what? Cane toads, they're poisonous. So those little bulges on the shoulder, those are parotid glands, and they are packed to the brim with bufotoxin.
Bufotoxin? That is the most frog-like toxin I have ever heard.
No, that's not a D's nuts joke.
Got him!
Now, whenever the adult toads are threatened, they will squirt this white, sticky fluid out of the
Me too.
glands. And when ingested,
I too squirt white, sticky fluid. That is gross.
Two things. One, makes you trip absolute balls thanks to the hallucinogenic bufotenin. And two, the other ingredient, bufogen, just straight up gives you a fucking heart attack.
Oh, Leon,
It's important to note that this toxin is also present in their eggs and tadpoles. Now, in their natural habitat,
are the fish tripping balls in Australia?
this isn't as much of a problem. Because
Maybe that's why so many Australian animals are so angry. Because they're all tripping balls.
around them has had thousands of years to get
Is that a seal?
good and deal with this ass poison build by either developing immunity or learning to eat around the glands. But Australia is not their ecosystem, and despite all of the deadly animals we've got, they have had a grand total of 5 minutes to adapt to the presence of the fucking Calid toad.
I wonder, has the Australian animals adapted yet? Or is it still a problem?
Now, quick question for the class.
Yeah.
What happens to an animal population when there is nothing to eat it?
Oh,
Yes.
bureaucrats!
It's bigger.
Dang it.
And so, shortly after being introduced, a rapidly expanding tyrannid swarm of toads began to spread across the country.
sweet.
Yes, notice this, and did fucking nothing.
Can I just point out, this is like the second time Australia has lost a war against animals.
Because it technically didn't affect the sugar cane. The swarm spread further, occupying all inhabitable parts of Queensland, and they were laying so many fucking eggs that their clutches began polluting the waterways like a bufotoxin teabag.
Oh my god, that is gross.
Killing native fish, as well as
The
any
fish are tripping balls! Woo!
animals
I
that
know how I
drink
feel about that.
water. The BSES did nothing. Those eggs hatched into tadpoles, which started killing more fish. The BSES still did nothing. The swarm advanced, breaching into the Northern Territory and New South Wales. When questioned, the BSES insisted the toads were doing their jobs and everything was fine.
Ba-da-da-da-da.
By the 1980s, the toads were now starving out or just fucking eating local wildlife and one-shotting anything that tried to eat them. And considering, at this point, there were 5
Oh
fucking
god!
that happened a lot. So,
Why don't we burn them? Give every Australian a flamethrower!
local wildlife being absolutely fucking decimated, the BSES was forced to acknowledge that maybe, just maybe,
I don't know why we don't put a bounty on them. You get what's the Australian currency? Swackaroos? Why don't we get 10 swackaroos for every toad we bring in?
We fucked up.
But, oh well, everyone makes mistakes. Nothing we can do about it. No!
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
That left the government to clean up. Sir, a second horde of creatures has escaped the cane field. Fuck! Yeah, they realised just how much damage was being done and in 1986 began funneling federal funds into controlling the population.
I would love to know what they did to stop the horde.
Trapping and physically removing the toads, but unless they had 5 million traps, that wasn't going to do shit.
Yeah.
Biological...
They literally lay 30,000 eggs. You can't go one by one getting them.
Warfare was proposed in the form of releasing viruses and parasites.
What?
But was shot down because it would do just as much damage to the native wildlife. And so, the toad front continues to advance to this day. So where does that leave us?
Oh my god.
Short answer is kind of fucked. Cane toads now threaten a total of 75 native species, and they've even driven populations of animals like the northern quoll
to so cute!
Complete extinction.
That's a Pokemon. No! The northern quolls. I always know. No.
In parts of the country they infest, and with the population now sitting at 200 fucking million toads, that infestation is spreading, with predictions showing they will be fucking up ecosystems in 5 states in the near future. And given that they have amassed a population 10 times the size of the humans in Australia, the government has completely fucking abandoned the fight for eradication.
You can't! That's the thing, though, you can't! Cause if you do, the country goes to bollocks! Like Australians. Is your country okay? Is the Australian government doing a good job? I don't care a lot about you guys. All I hear is about how horrible the animals are. Is your government, is things okay over there? Are you guys mentally well?
Switching focus to harm reduction. Using bait toads covered in non-lethal but
that's not gonna solve the problem!
Unpleasant substances to try to teach local wildlife toad bad. On top of this, the government has encouraged the broader public to, just fucking kill the toads. You are supposed to do it humanely by catching them and sticking them in a freezer for 48 hours, but, most people don't want a frog taking up their freezer space.
Didn't you guys fight emus with them? What was it? Bullets! But when it comes to Kermit, I gotta put him in my fridge next to my juice pops! Are you insane?
So they just used a golf club or a car.
Driving in my car.
Right after a beer! Or shut up, what the fuck is happening here? Are you guys insane? The government is lame! I'm kidding, I love you guys.
And with this being Australia...
I love you guys, I don't love your country. Your country scares me.
Our wildlife is also putting up a fight. Keelback snakes, for example, are immune to their venom, and ricali and magpies have learned to flip them onto their backs before getting a feed. Now, jokes aside, you want to know who I feel genuinely f***ing awful for? The toads. They didn't ask for any of this shit. They just got dumped onto a random island and did their thing, and now they are being actively hunted. No. The assholes in this story are the BSES.
Yeah, I was gonna say it, the government.
And the cane growers. Because you may be thinking,
why is the cane growers responsible?
Why were they allowed to do this shit in the first place? Well, that's the neat part. They weren't.
Oh my god! It gets worse!
The federal government banned the f***ing idea when they came up for it in 1935, based on the advice of entomologists who rightly presumed the toads would become a bigger f***ing issue than the beetles.
Walter W. Froggatt.
But the BSES and the cane growers lobbied to have the ban lifted in 1936.
So researchers told them, "Oi mate, this is a stupid fucking idea." And then they were like, "Nah, greed." It's always greed. Like, if you pull off the mask of every government, you're not the government. It was greed. And the greed would be like, I would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for your fucking cane toads. I was trying to do a Scooby-Doo bit, but it got out of hand.
Are stuck in permanent toad combat because
Great!
dickheads looked at scientific advice and went, nah-uh.
Nuh-uh! I guarantee you, if you put a bounty on them, people will hunt them down. Because a lot of people like to use like guns and weapons and stuff. Give them an excuse to use it. Hunt the frogs.
You have got to be fucked.
Woo! Please make more long-form videos, please! Okay, these were the plants I was talking about. Castor beans. Oh, what a fun name. What could they possibly... Ricin! They contain ricin! We were throwing each other with the Breaking Bad plant! Not only did they have a deadly toxin inside them, but they are also covered in spikes! Give me the plant! Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to see more Parz reactions, please let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe. Bye bye! Ah!